Hello there. If you're hearing this, it means my old tape recorder still breathes. And if you're listening, maybe you're one of those who search the dust not just for bones or coins, but for something deeper. It's me, the old fox. I sit here once more, in my dim-lit room, behind this worn-out microphone. And tonight, I'll tell you about a journey. A journey I took to the deep south of Arabia. It wasn't a journey for trade, nor for treasure. It was for truth, the kind buried beneath sand and time. Among crumbling walls and silent winds, I stumbled upon a forgotten place near Mecca, a spot the old maps marked as the sanctuary of Hatim. There, hidden in a dry well, was a chest, rusted iron, sealed shut for centuries. Its lock had long surrendered to time. Inside, a few curled parchments. The scent of leather, smoke, and truth. No golden record, no fabricated legend. But a single story, one so weighty, it could crack the silence of centuries. Let me read to you what was written. A tale of a banner, not of blood, but of mercy. The sun crept over the hills of Mecca. Not like a gentle dawn, but more like judgment rising. The tents trembled. The wind howled. Horses pawed the ground, their hooves uneasy. The army of Islam approached. Slow, mighty, disciplined. Their armor gleamed, their banners danced in the desert breeze. And on the edge of the road stood a man, Abu Sufyan. Once proud, now broken. His hands trembled. His eyes searched. He waited, not for battle, but for mercy. Beside him stood Abbas, uncle of the Prophet. He had brought Abu Sufyan to this place, so that he might see for himself and awaken. Suddenly, the sound of hooves. Dust rose. A battalion of the Ansar approached. Leading them, a stern-eyed man named Sa'd ibn Ubadah. He reined in his horse. His gaze cut through the silence like a sword as he looked at Abu Sufyan and said, "Do you know what day this is? Today is a day of blood. A day of reckoning. Today, the sacred house is no longer sacred. Mecca shall pay for all its defiance." Abu Sufyan said nothing. Only his lips quivered. His gaze wandered toward the horizon, hoping. And from the horizon, hope came. The Prophet approached. Riding a dusty camel, wrapped in silence. No drums. No chants. Only a peace so profound, even the winds stilled. Abu Sufyan rushed forward, his voice dry and shaking, "O Muhammad." Sa'd said, "Today the house of God is no longer sacred." He said, "It's a day of blood." Silence fell. Not just among the men, but in the sky, in the sand, in every breath of history. The Prophet looked deep into Abu Sufyan's eyes. And then he spoke, "No. Today is not a day of blood. Today is a day of mercy. Today, the Kaaba is dressed in reverence. And it shall not be stained. Today, the banner of Islam is not vengeance. It is forgiveness." And with that, the Prophet turned. He walked calmly to Sa'd. Took the banner from his hands. Not in anger, but in dignity. And he gave it to Zubair ibn al-Awwam, a man whose heart burned with faith, not hatred. And in that moment, the earth trembled. Not from the roar of swords, but from the weight of mercy descending like a mountain. Mecca bowed. And the sword, still in its sheath, won the battle without a single drop of blood. I do not know who wrote those parchments. But I know the truth they carried. Because I have stood over the ruins of many empires. And I've seen, sometimes, the strongest hand is the one that doesn't strike. That chest was not buried for me alone. Perhaps it was left for you. For a time when the world forgets what mercy looks like. And needs to remember. Now this voice. This tale. This dust-covered scroll. They're in your hands. And if one night you return, I'll still be here. Behind this old microphone, with my cup of tea, and another forgotten story waiting to breathe. I am, the old fox. Chronicler of faded scrolls. Voice of the unwritten.